There are two different type of clients out there. One that's going to prep for you. They're going to make sure that their hair is clean. They're going to make sure that their hair is detangled. And then you got the other client that's just going to show up and expect you to do your job and style their hair. You a hairstylist, right? Do their hair. Hey, curl friends, and welcome back to Cocaknotz, home of the Long Hair Society. If you are a member of the Long Hair Society, I know you got some long hair going on right now because you've been applying all these tips, tricks, techniques, and methods into your natural long hair routine, and your hair is getting long and thick, ain't it? Okay, I hope you spreading this hair gospel to all your friends and family. Make sure to share this video and like this video too, because I love delivering videos for you guys and I love the support you guys give me. Thank you so much. I really enjoy sharing all of this with you, and I love the feedback when you guys comment and ask me questions because I'm here for you. Get it? So let's get into this hair. Now, as you can see, it's pretty tangled, but that's no match for my ELIXIR. This ELIXIR, oh, that's that pressure. So now that I added the ELIXIR to the water, it has now become a vitamin water for your hair. It has amino acids, enzymes, minerals, and components needed to instantly hydrate the hair. It's going to keep the water on the hair for a longer period of time, and that's what we need. With natural hair, it seems to soak up the water so fast. So by adding this water conditioner, you won't have hard water on already hard, dry hair. You feel me? So I'm going to hydrate these braids down. I'm going to spray it down. She had these braids in for months, okay? And then I'm going to add the growth sauce because the growth sauce adds so much slip and blasts away buildup. It's like a pre-poo, but also a detangler. It's just magic. It really is magic. So make sure you're hydrating it well because you want this braid to kind of loosen up because it's been stuck in this kind of formation for months. So I'm grabbing the growth sauce, and when you receive the growth sauce in the mail, if you want it to stay in the lotion-like consistency, keep it in a cooler temperature. But if you want it more liquidy, you can go ahead and just put the bottle in a cup of hot water and it'll get back to a liquid consistency. So it's just preference on how you really want to work with this detangler. Sometimes I use it in the creamy lotion-like consistency, and sometimes I melt it. It just depends, okay? And now I'm grabbing a pointed end comb, stick, rat tail comb, whatever you can grab that has a pointy end, not too pointy now, that you can start releasing the braid. And that's what I'm going to do right now. Be gentle. Don't be picking at it, okay? Listen, this is something that you really have to take your time with. There's no reason to rush when you're doing your natural hair, especially removing a protective style, because that's the most important part of a protective style installation, the removal process. Because if you remove a protective style wrong, you can lose all that good growth. You can add so many tangles, and it can just turn into hours, even days, okay? Now, if you just follow these steps, this can really be an hour or two of detangling at most, okay? So take my advice. Use the vitamin water, the ELIXIR hydration method, and use this detangler, and you won't have no problems, okay? I'm using gloves because I don't want my hands cold. Like, I hate having cold hands, okay? So I'm just unraveling the hair ever so gently so I can get ready to detangle her entire head because her hair is not detangled. She just unraveled her braids and put her hair into these twisted sections. So I have to go through one by one in each section and finger detangle each section so I can get ready to wash her hair. Yeah, it's a lot of steps, but the good thing about protective styling, you can keep your protective styles in for weeks and months at a time. So you really only spending like 1 8-hour shift getting your hair done, maybe a 12-hour, maybe a 16-hour shift getting your hair done. But that gets you weeks of not having to do your hair. So suck it up, get through it, have patience, and just know that, okay, this day or this weekend is dedicated to my natural hair. And I'm going to be gentle, go slow, have patience, and put this protective style in, or have a protective style installed correctly, so I can go ahead and get a 5-week break. And then when it's time to remove it, you make sure you take that very seriously and you use these proper protocols to remove it and keep those inches, because it's all about the inches. I know my products are magical and they really help you detangle your hair instantly, but let's give it up for the water, okay? Because the water is the key. You can put the best oil, cold press, straight from the tree on your hair, but if you put it on dry hair, you ain't gonna be doing nothing, okay? Now, once you add that water, that's when you start to see the magic really happens. And that's when you're able to actually finger detangle hair without breaking hair, without plucking hair and tweezing hair and just yanking hair. You have to add that water, and you have to add a lot of water, because sometimes your hair has not gotten an adequate amount of water in the last couple of weeks. Even if you were diligent in moisturizing your hair with water, you need to go hard with the water when it's time to detangle. But make sure you're using softened water. I know it sounds a little confusing to go hard with soft water, but you get the drift. So once I feel like I've added enough water and I feel like the detangler started doing its job and I've raked through the hair, gotten most of the knots, most of the tangles out with my fingers and not a comb, I can section this hair to the side and move on to another section. I'm telling you, grab you this detangler and make sure to grab the ELIXIR. They are my #1 sellers. I've been going viral for these two. Thank you guys so much for all your purchases, and send me videos if you have used these two products and you have seen a tremendous improvement in the way you detangle your hair on wash days. Make sure you're subscribed for more videos on how to grow long hair.